What's up, everybody? It's me, MrDaleOG. First of all, before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you for your thank you for your support. If you're new to this video right now, thank you for checking it out. If you're old to me, you're now checking out my new video, thank you so much for being here so far and enjoying the things that I'm just creating off my head. So I appreciate you. Thank you. In this video, we're going to be talking about my recall servicing, the process for it, what it's for, my experience being off my motorcycle for 2 weeks. I also want to talk about the state of the channel and, kind of like where it's going. I know most of you have come from the motorcycle content, and that is like mainly what has gotten my channel some views. But if you scroll even further back, you'll see that I have videos of just me talking about life and my experience with life. My purpose with YouTube is to take glimpses and things from my life that I learned from that helps me to either be happy and to learn from and to improve from, and kind of like turn it into something that can help somebody. So it's allowing me to not only express and get things off of my chest, but it's also allowing me to stay and remain creative and also, keep my mind sharp. And at the same time, I'm hoping I'm able to help one of you guys, like whether it be through just you learning something through something I've done, or you just enjoying me being on a motorcycle, living through me. I don't know, whatever it is. I just want to be able to provide something for you through what it is that I do. So you will see more and different types of content. I'm trying to figure everything out, but I don't want to stop creating in order to figure everything out. I want to create as I go. I want to have an idea, release it, do something with it, see how it goes, and from there, newsletter. If you scroll down to my description, there's a newsletter. If you click that newsletter and go to MrDaleOG, please subscribe. If you love my content, please subscribe. I'm not trying to wait till I get a lot of followers to be able to do more for you guys. I already have ideas for a bunch of things that I want to do that's like life related, motorcycle related. So if you like me as a person and you want to get more creative, just go to both and satisfy both your needs. If you're motorcycle related, go to Mr. 300. If you just want to hear about This Is Life, go to This Is Life. Whatever you want, I'm here for you. I'm here to create. I'm here to express. So without further ado, this intro is probably much longer than I want it to be. Enjoy the video. According to Ride Apart magazine, I don't know what you call these guys, I guess they're magazine, it reads, the manufacturer found that the circlip used in the transmission mechanism to secure a gear to the main shaft can potentially deform and detach. The problem is caused by an error in machine calibration at the manufacturing level, which ultimately resulted in a batch of out-of-spec components. The faulty clip can cause a gear to be misaligned, which can in turn either cause the bike to shift into gear during the engine start, or even seize the transmission and the rear wheel while the motorcycle is in motion. I didn't get my recall done sooner because I didn't think it could happen to me. Honestly, I didn't even read the notification or the letter. I didn't take it seriously until people in the CB300 group on Facebook started saying like, oh, did you take it in for recall, blah, 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 recall. I'm like, oh, snap, okay, maybe I should look into it. So I read up the information. I'm like, okay, this could be serious. I called my local shop, New York, Honda, Yamaha, and I asked them about it. Unfortunately, at this moment, they were going through a lot of transitioning. They were like, people were leaving the job, going into a different career, and so there was a lot of like changing of head and who should be talked to. So while I'm thinking the person that I spoke to on 2 different occasions is getting my stuff taken care of, they were in the process of leaving the job. So that 2 months while I was trying to get it set up didn't work out. And then I'm riding like a couple weeks ago, and I feel like my shifter, I feel like my shifter is just going weird. It's going dry. It's feeling crazy. It wouldn't shift properly. It kept getting stuck. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe this is the recall service. Maybe this is what's wrong. Maybe my bike is starting to, feel the effects of not being recalled. So I'm like, okay, let me call them. This is Monday, the Monday of the Thanksgiving week. I'm like, all right. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I called them on that weekend before Thanksgiving. I'm like, all right, let me just see what's going on. They say we could do it Monday. And I'm like, I do not want to drop my bike in. Like, I don't want to be without my bike. And they said it was a week, 2.5 weeks. And I'm like, okay, this is honestly actually the perfect week to do it because I won't be working on Thanksgiving. Then we have Thursday and Friday off, and then it's the weekend. So like, you know, that patch of days right there would be perfect for me to just bite the bullet and get my bike service. You know, be without my bike in the time that I really don't need it. So I set the appointment for Monday. They told me a week and a half to 2 weeks. And in that, I'd probably say the first week it was okay. It was okay, you know, I got through it. But after that, I started to feel the stress and the strain of not having my dear baby, beautiful black motorcycle. Being on and having to take the train and having to take the bus to and from work for a week was really an eye-opening experience for me, and really shows me how far my ladder of growth is. You know, just how long of a journey it is. With my bike, I realized, you know, I'm in control of when I leave and when I come back from things. I'm in control of everything. You know, I like being responsible for my movement. I don't like showing up somewhere and be like, oh, I was late because the bus didn't this. Like, I don't like any extra reasoning unless it's evolved around myself and I can take responsibility for it. And a motorcycle allows me to not only take responsibility for when I say I'm going to be somewhere, but also when I want to leave somewhere. If I want to do a quick errand, my motorcycle allows me to do that, and I'm sure you guys understand that. So even though I did not plan it out the best, it took me a while to catch on in terms of timing and, like, you know, how much girth to give the bus. I was late to work every day. Luckily, I am self-employed. I'll talk about this in another video, but I own a dog walking company, so I basically walk my clients' dogs to them while they are away at work. And as long as the dog does not mess up in the house and gets done what it needs to get done, what time I show up is my discretion, or, you know, I let the client know, like, hey, I'm gonna be late today. So luckily, it wasn't such a problem for me to be late. But just spending the time on the bus, spending $3 to get on the bus, and then spending money once I get into the city. First of all, that's if there is no traffic, which there was a lot of traffic. And it's just like the bus is so slow, you gotta sit next to somebody and, you know, might not be comfortable. And it's just like on a motorcycle, you know, you can see all the different ways you would dip and dodge through traffic. And on this bus, it's just like, oh my God, like, bro, just accelerate a little bit, go to the right. And, you know, it's just like, you're not in control. You're not, you know. And it's like on a bus, you can't be a backseat driver, which I would never be, but on a bus, it's kind of like, excuse me? So I was stressed out about how long it took. I was late. It was more money I had to pay for the bus every day, which is $3.50 to go into the city, and then $3.50 to go back. They raised the price since I used to take it. They raised it 50 cents. And, you know, especially with my motorcycle, $7, that's an easy 100 to 120 miles for me. Like, what? So I was not enjoying opening my wallet every day for that much to, you know, get to where I need to go. I wasn't in control or in time of my departure, which I just do not like. And I realized how time consuming and not fun it is to travel in the city without a bike. Like in New Jersey, coming on a bus, it's like, it's okay, you know, it's not crowded. You don't have that city energy of everybody's hustling, bustling, you know, you're on the bus, you're riding to where you're going. But once you're in the city, then you have to hop onto the train after, you're subjected to that rush of everyone is just going for themselves, everyone's just doing them. You gotta wait for the train to be delayed, and then I have to wait for the train in between each client that I went to, whereas my bike, I just hop on, and I'm an easy 5 minutes at most away from anywhere. Trains would take me 20, 30, oh my gosh, it just felt so crowded, it just felt so slow, it felt so like, like I'm grateful, very grateful for the MTA and all the trains, because I'm grateful that they run 24/7, and they also supply jobs for people. So I'm not gonna be like, I hate the trains, but I just, when it comes to my motorcycle, I don't ever wanna take a train again. So, my 2 weeks passed. You know, I was starting to get very annoying to my guy Chris at New York Honda Yamaha. I was starting to get very annoying. He didn't say I was, but I felt like I was. After a week and a half went, I was like, okay, calling, trying to figure out what's going on every day. You know, there was problems, wrong parts were ordered, and I was like, okay, I'm really getting antsy. Like you say one day and I gotta wait another day, and it's like, damn, like, I couldn't do it. So I was getting upset with him, and I had to realize they were doing the best they can. They were doing the best they can, and they did the best they could. And now that I have my bike, I'm like super grateful that they took their time with my bike, because my bike is running much better. It runs much smoother. It feels more alive. It feels more rigid. It felt like, you know, like it just needed that break. It needed that disassembling. It needed that tinkering. It needed that repairing, that cleaning. And not only did they fix what they were supposed to fix, but I had a rear fender that I needed, not a rear fender, a fender eliminator that I needed to change because the cops kept bothering me. But I needed to change my my rear fender eliminator, whatever it's called, license plate holder. I gave that to them. I was expecting them to charge me for that. They didn't. They did that for free. What else did they do? They changed, I forgot. Yeah, my aquapovic exhaust, the heat plate, one of the screws came off, and I mentioned that in my mods video, that be careful about the screw. I tried replacing the screw. I couldn't find the exact one. That one fell out again. My last screw is hanging in there. They put in their own screws, and they have it set like safe. It's not wiggling anymore. It's not hanging off of one leg, and I really appreciate them for doing that. You know, they really took their time on my bike. They really did their thing, and like I felt bad calling them and trying to bust their ass for them to hurry up, because blah blah blah. Like, me getting my bike back was just a gift, a big gift, and I am happy and thankful for New York, Honda, Yamaha, for everything that you guys are doing and have done. Chris, Vicky, Darren, like, y'all all awesome. And if you guys are in the New York area, Long Island City, wherever, I would say look up New York, Honda, Yamaha for whatever it is, for servicing, for parts, whatever, man. Like Danny, Angel, everybody there is fucking awesome. So anybody that needs to get their recall, go and do it. Not only are you protecting yourself from whatever might happen, your back tire locking up, you flipping off unexpectedly, you're also going to be giving your bike like the care that it needs. If you love your bike as much as I do, you want your bike to be as, you know, fit and as healthy and as ready as possible. So go and get your recall servicing done, man. Don't play yourself. Spend whatever time it takes, spend whatever distance, whatever you got to do, take off work, do what you got to do. Hopefully they don't need to take it for a week and a half, but whatever it is, just go and get it done. I got to give a super special shout out to my guy, Minister Moto Vlogs. Minister Moto Vlogs, you're a really awesome person. This guy right here, he took the time, and he was so moved by a video that I previously made about me crashing off my bike, and he used his talents and he spun it into a song. You know, like, I create things, so I know what it takes to be inspired by something and then want to go use that to make something else, you know. So like, I still am just shocked and taken back by what you've created by my experience. Like, you capture exactly what it is I want with This Is Life, and what I want to show the world, and what I want my purpose on this world to be. So for you to understand that and then to take that and create something from it really moved me. So guys, I just want to share with you Minister Moto Vlogs creation. I'm gonna leave his link in the description. He's like, I believe at this point 1 or 2 followers away from 100. So if you enjoy my content, please go and check him out. Like, I don't got no clout, I don't got no stain, but if we could get Minister Moto Vlogs to 105 subscribers, like, if you guys love me enough that you go check him out, that would really be awesome. Just show him some love. Peace out, guys. I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and here's a track. The streets are not playing. The streets are forgiving. All it takes is a hard enough fall, a hard enough hit to end your life or end my life, you know? So it's not a game. You mess up, you have to deal with it. You fall, you get yourself back up. I realize that you mess up, you got to deal with it. You have to pick yourself up. You could sit there and wait for somebody to pick yourself up, but if you cause your problems, get your own ass back up. Dust your own shoulders off and get your ass back up. Check yourself out, make sure you're good, but get up. If you trip yourself, get up. Me being the person I am, that I don't really believe in coincidences, especially something as potent as that, in such darkness and such like ouch and hurt, something as pretty as that pops up. I took that as God as the world sending me a sign saying, this isn't your time, but watch out, my guy. Like, you could bring your time forward. You could be the one to press your end button. And I think that flower was there to just remind me to relax, slow down, chill out, humble myself. I'm not Evil Knievel. I'm not a daredevil. I'm not invincible. And that is kind of what makes this whole experience, I don't want to say okay, but that's kind of what has me like just dealing with it however I have to deal with it. The fact that I'm alive, that it could have been so much more worse, just has me, you know, like, all right, I messed up. How am I going to strip and clean this mess up? If you tripped yourself, get up. 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 I was really dumb and I got really spared. I got saved right there because that could have been really bad. Like, get up, 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 get up. Now here with This Is Life, the whole point is if I go through something, it's to learn from it. The streets are not playing. The streets aren't forgiving. All it takes is a hard enough fall, a hard enough hit to end your life or end my life, you know? So it's not a game. I realized that you mess up, you gotta deal with it. You have to pick yourself up. You can sit there and wait for somebody to pick yourself up, but if you cause your problems, get your own ass back up. Dust your own shoulders off and get your ass back up. Check yourself out, make sure you're good, but get up. If you trip yourself, get up. It's kind of what makes this whole experience, I don't want to say okay, but that's kind of what has me like just dealing with it however I have to deal with it. The fact that I'm alive, that it could have been so much more worse, just has me, you know, like, all right, I messed up. How am I going to strip and clean this mess up? The streets are not playing. The streets aren't forgiving. All it takes is a hard enough fall, a hard enough hit to end your life or end my life, you know? So it's not a game.